ones passed away. What does the collective need to know? What do they need to be aware of? Because they know that you're getting this generous blessing. They know that they're already caught the fuck up for what they did to you, and they're already living in darkness, and that you're the only sun in their life, right? You're the only happiness, joy, abundance, the only divine being that they ever, that they had in their life, the only loyal person, the only, the authentic, true, real, and loyal person. And now they're living in complete and utter darkness. They know that they got themselves screwed over big time, all right, from whatever they did to you. And Karma's whooping her ass. And don't get it twisted though, they did try to get you locked up. They tried to frame you for some dumb shit. And they did do you hella dirty, okay? And they see you over here celebrating, getting these generous blessings, and, you growing, healing, and evolving. They know that you're about to get a huge blessing coming your way, to the point where you're going to be able to bless the pockets of other people. And it possibly feel like this could be something that they tried to steal from you, and they know it's coming back to you, and they know that they're exposed, right? So now they're thinking, all right, well, what if I go and, instead of like trying to set you up and frame you, because they know they can't do that, all right, and every time they try to attack you, it just comes right back to them. So now they're contemplating that, if they're praying that if they go ahead and get this bitch locked up that was coming up against you, right, that possibly stole this generous blessing from you, that it'll balance things out with you and them, and that you'll either take them back as, either if this is a relationship, an ex, they're hoping that you'll take them back, and you know what I mean, or that if it's like a friend or a family member or someone you consider to be family, they're praying that if they do this, they do the right thing, they put this person away that was behind this, okay, and come forward with the truth, that it'll be like, they'll be your savior, and they're bringing you your justice, and they're hoping that you'll let them back in your life, whether it's a friend, a family member, someone you consider to be family, or an ex, whatever the situation is, okay? And it's like their way of getting back into your life, and also trying to get themselves out of trouble, and Karma not whooping her ass so bad, okay? Because they know they're caught either way. And Karma's like whooping their butts so bad because you're not in the way now. You're completely out of the way. You've proven to God many of times that you want nothing to do, you know what I mean? That you're not taking these people back. And so now they're like, so now when you do that, like, God has to test you quite a few times, right? To make sure you're really completely done with these people, because God can't afford for you to like slip up and then like, all right, well, let me take this person back, and then, or let me let this person back in my life, and when Karma's whooping that ass, and then you get caught up in their karma. We can't have that, right? So God's like, but you've proven to God many, many times that that's not going to happen, and especially once that like whole proving it, like Karma whoops her ass, whooping her butt, here and there, but then, once you prove to God enough that you're completely done with these people, that's when Karma comes in and just, like a wildfire, just comes in and scorches these people. And that's what's going on right now. So now their logical thinking now is they're finally starting to think logically, and not like they thought they were thinking logically this whole time, which it was not at all. They were thinking very stupidly in the past. So now this person or these people are realizing the better way to go about this, and the only way they can go about this with to get Karma off their ass and stop beating them so bad is to, angel wings are in the because they know you're an angel. All right, there looks like angel wings in the someone's name could be Angel in the clouds. But they know that you are an earth angel, okay? And, your God, Jesus, angels, ancestors, and the ones that passed away are, coming to them and, like, making, there's not a doubt in their mind. They know who you are. And that you're not to be messed with, okay? And they know this is the only way that it's going to get them, less trouble, and Karma not to be whooping their ass so bad. And they're hoping and praying that you'll let them back in your life if they do this. Somebody could play guitar. Possibly acoustic guitar. Looks like an acoustic guitar. Oh shit. In the justice in the reverse. Yeah, they're very unjust to you. Whatever they did, they know it. It was unwarranted. There was no reason for it. They're just greedy individuals. There was no reason for them to treat you the way they treat you and do what they did to you. a lot of these people were attacking you and doing the shit that they were doing to you off of a lack of truth and clarity, or they were getting paid to do it, or promised finances out of your money. They were promised, and literally they weren't even going to get it because the person behind it was planning on getting rid of everybody, and he or she was. They're all, this person that was behind the whole mastermind behind all this. I thought they were like, king or queen shit, which were really dumb. What do you call it? Confirmation was often people left and right and getting them locked up and possibly even blaming you for it. All right, but yo, just so y'all know, you have the right to face your accuser, okay? A lot of people think that they can hide behind CI numbers and whatnot, whatever. No, that's not true. If you know your laws, when you go to court, all right, you can always find out who snitched on you, all right? All you do is you say, Your Honor, I would like to face my accuser at this time. And they have to. They can't say, oh, CI number, whatever the hell. I don't even know how it goes, what it looks like. But, you just they can't just say, oh, it's CI. No. They have to allow you to face your accuser, all right? So, a lot of people just don't know that. All right, maybe this is what happened. Maybe somebody was trying to blame you for some dumb shit that you did not do. They could have said that you snitched on them when you didn't. You're not a snitch. All right, and maybe somebody finally knew that law and they did it, and they're finding out who really did it, or they just looked at their paperwork or connected dots or something. I don't fucking know. Thank you, Spirit. 6 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, they didn't get no victories at all. Whatever they thought they were going to get, they ain't getting shit. They ain't getting no victory, no success, no public recognition, none of that. They're getting public shame. 5 of Pentacles on the fence. You're working your ass off to get you out of this 5 of Pentacles energies on the fence. So it's telling me to take both sides. Okay, so this and it's also telling me you're up and coming. Like maybe you are in a 5 of Pentacles now, but you're working your ass off to get out of this 5 of Pentacles energy, and you're there because of what these people were doing to you, and not because of what you did. Like you've been busting your ass your whole life, I feel like, alright? You know what I mean? Like, and is because of what they are doing in the background, doing money blockages and spells, hex, curse, voodoo, hoodoo, witchcraft, whatever the hell they're doing, you know what I mean? Plus they stole from you, okay? Now, you should never even been in this 5 of Pentacles because there was something beautifully left to you, a generous blessing that was left to you, that these little simple-minded little fools thought that they could go ahead and put their grubby little paws on and take it from you. So, yeah, you should never even been in this energy, alright? You could have been in poverty your whole life, possibly, for some of you. Not everybody. That could be for some of them. For some of you. But that's another generational, if you have, or lower class, I guess you would say, right? Maybe not poverty, but maybe lower class or middle class. But those days are coming to an end, alright? You're working your ass off. You're getting this generous blessing. It's coming in. It's coming in. They're working super hard to try to stop this or block this or to steal this. It's not happening. Because of all your hard work and everything that you've been doing and your faith, okay? Your faith and everything that you've been doing is paying off and it's coming in. Like you're working your way out of this 5 of Pentacles into this 6 of Pentacles where you're getting this generous blessing. It's coming your way. It's going to help you get out of that. It's in transit, okay? And now also this is the 5, it's on the fence, so it's telling me now all these other douchebags, now they're going to have to see. They thought it was cute and funny putting you into that 5 of Pentacles by stealing from you. And not only that, they're going behind your back, starting all these rumors and lies. And for some people, they even went and paid ex-employer, like your ex-work, your ex-bosses, to fire you. There's wrongful enfirement here, okay? Wrongful firement here. There's also, that could be what this is. The Emperor in reverse could be an old workplace, okay? A shady-ass, workplace that's getting sued for what they've done to you. I feel like this is that place where, remember, for whoever it resonates for, where the person worked there and also, rented, either rented a house or an apartment from them, or whatever the situation was, or worked with or lived with somebody, or somebody roommated with somebody that you worked with, or, and if it's not that, it was like you went to work and they stole your keys, and they, you know what I mean, that whatever that situation was. Yeah, they also fired you, illegally fired you. They also illegally kicked you out. That place is completely fucked. You're gonna own that business, okay? Let me just tell you, you're going to own that business, alright? That place is completely and utterly illegal as fuck. Shady as all get out, and they're going down for what they've done to you. And not only that, they do a lot of other illegal stuff. They're trafficking. There's just a lot of stuff involved in that place. They tried poisoning you many of times. They drugged you. There's a lot, okay? They tried getting you moved around, we'll just say. There's a lot going on in that place, alright? You're going to end up owning that place. Also, they stole your identity. They had cameras in your house, too. Some about snuff films. I don't even want to tap into that. It's disgusting. But yeah, they're trying super hard to put you into the Five of Pentacles, or to keep you in the Five of Pentacles. But they're not getting any victory, success, public, none of that. They ain't getting no victory in that. Maybe they did in the past, but not anymore. Alright? Somebody could ride bikes. Somebody could be in a motorcycle club or a bike club of any kind. It could be a mountain bikes. It could be BMX bikes. It could be motorcycles. It could be, you know, a actual motorcycle club. I don't freaking know. It could be something like that. It could even be a car club, okay? You know how they have, like, the, you know, for, like, the car clubs or whatever. Holy Spirit. Someone's name could be Claire. Or Sinclair could be someone's last name. And these people are just filled with a whole bunch of sin. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, angels, ancestors, and loved ones that passed away. What does the collective need to know? Thank you. Yeah. You fought your way out of this Five of Pentacles, okay? We have 5-5 here. $36 to be significant. You could be 36, or I don't know, 36 to be significant. 65 could be significant. 48 could be significant. 82 could be significant. Or 45 could be significant. But you healed, and it wasn't no easy task, okay? It was, there could be father wounds that you healed from as well. There could be hidden father wounds that you're not even aware of, that you might have to actually, that you might be, they're trying to have you bound to. Or it could be a father figure that's trying to have you bound to some bullshit. That's secretly trying to, there's like a father figure. It could be either your father or someone you consider to be a father. It could be an uncle, or it could be a baby dad or ex or something like that. That's secretly trying to have you bound down and out. That's secretly trying to get you, whatever. It could be a baby's dad for sure with these two kids here. You could have two children with this masculine energy, or whatever the situation is. But you healed, and it wasn't no easy battle. It wasn't like it. No, it was a, you know, you healed from a lot, you know, and you fought your way into this Queen of Pentacles energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. Okay, you fought your way. There's something here about a custody battle as well, and some about like the parent or whoever has this child or children. It could be 2 kids. It could be however. It could be 6 kids for, I mean, whatever. But there was a lot of lies and betrayals behind how they got this kid or these children, you know. I feel like even one of the kids could even be over 18 now, right? But they did some illegal stuff. The kids could even been split up, possibly. My condolences to anybody that, any of that situation here. Just know you're gonna get your child back or your children back. Because you healed. They lied. Somebody abused their power. Both. I feel like there could even be 2 separate. You could even have more than one baby mother or baby father or something like that. They abused their power to get this kid or these children. And they lied and said that you did some nasty shit for work, that you sold your body, you sold drugs, that you did drugs, or whatever the situation was. And if you did in the past, like, that was in the past, you've been healed from that. The truth's come out about this. Somebody's name could be Lorraine. Or Lori. Lauren. Laura. Something with an L. A female's name I'm picking up on. This could be your name or somebody involved or a passed on loved one. Lottie could be someone's name or something like that. Or Lala could be someone's like nickname or something. The truth has come out about this though. And there's something here about like, now this part is for somebody who has like has at least 2 kids, and they're 2 different, you know, they're from, you know, either 2 different baby moms or 2 different baby dads, right? And something happened with this custody order or something. The way they did it, it looked legal, but it wasn't. Okay, they abused their power to get this. Somebody had like they either worked in law enforcement or had somebody in law enforcement that, or they had connections, we'll pretty much say, okay, with law enforcement or children and youth or something like that, or in the justice system in some way or another, all right, to steal your kid. I'm going to say what it is. They stole your fucking kid from you, all right? And then, like, the deal was, now, they messed up, too. Now, not only did they steal your child, they abused their power by getting this. They lied to get your child. They slandered your fucking name, all right? Said you were a bad parent when you were an amazing parent, okay? That's all bullshit, okay? They could have even put you in, like, you know, we have to take responsibility for our own actions, but still, like, now think about it, like, especially if you're a mother and you had, it doesn't even matter actually, like a father too, it's like, it's still your child, but like, you bear that child, you had that child in your belly for, you know, for 9 months, and you delivered, like, now, I mean, no man will ever know what it's like to deliver a baby, okay, you know what I mean, like, and just to have that baby, like, inside of you, doesn't take any credit from the father, okay, like, because, you know, it's still your child too, but it's like a different bond when it comes to a mother, you know what I mean, but there are still some horrible mothers out there that don't even give a fuck about their child, which is absolutely insane, but, it's just, like, you know what I mean, but still, like, so they abused the parent, they took the child, and there was, like, there was like, say there's a little girl and a little boy or whatever situation, or there's 2 different parents, right? Now, they were supposed to, say if there's a boy and a girl, because there's like a boy and a girl right here, right? So this has one parent, you know, there are 2 different, we'll just say fathers. It doesn't have to be the case. It could be 2 different moms, okay? But whatever the situation was, the court order was supposed to be that these 2 children were still supposed to see each other, like, once a week or on the weekends or whatever the situation was. They neglected to do that, okay? So that in itself is illegal. They broke the contract by doing whatever it was. They broke that. Not only did they abuse their power to get this child, they also didn't keep up on their bargain of the whatever it was. It was court ordered that this child was still supposed to be able to see this child, right? The brother and sister were supposed to, or the brother and brother, sister and sister, whatever the situation was, they didn't do that. They did not hold up that bargain. Not only that, they went around slandering your name, this, that, and the other, defamed your character, and a bunch of other stuff. This is coming out, okay? This is coming out. I'm also getting that, like, possibly, they had a huge warning after this happened, okay? After they took your child from you, whoever it was that stole your child and slandered your name, something crazy happened, like something severe to their health, like a brain aneurysm or something like that. That was supposed to be a warning, like, yo, you do that, knock it the fuck off, you know what I mean? And now and they didn't take that warning. They didn't realize what it was, that it was, you know, because they are messing with this could be a firstborn too. This is why it was so severe, because it was like your firstborn. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's not giving the second child or third child or anything, or fourth or fifth or however many children you have, any discredit. But you know, when it comes to firstborns, okay, like just in the spiritual and everything else, like the whole, you know, just biblically speaking and spiritually speaking, not giving your other children any discredit or anything. But there's spiritually behind it, there's a lot, and biblically behind it, there's a lot when it comes to a firstborn, right? Especially to a divine being. So, and I feel like whoever it was that stole your child from you, something crazy, like I'm strongly getting a brain aneurysm or something very major, that was detrimental to this person's health, and God still allowed this person to survive, right? When and it was something severe where like not a lot of people survive from that, and it's, or like they had to get brain surgery, something, or it could have been like a heart, like something crazy, okay? I'm sorry, like I'm getting a bunch of like things rushing in at once, but it's like I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain this. Something severe like that. They didn't take that warning. They still continued to, but they still want to make sure that your child, like, it wasn't too bad to the point where like your child was going to suffer, right? I feel like this child could be over, possibly older now, possibly at least old enough to like be able to fend for themselves if need be, like possibly like 18 or something, or at least like 17, 8, somewhere around there, possibly. Doesn't have to be. Or, and if they're not that age yet, this is what's going to happen when they get that age. Now, once this child is old enough to, or possibly like not around, like, don't get me wrong, the parents, like the grandparents or aunts, uncles, the other, whatever, they were still taking care of your child. So that's another reason why you know what I'm saying, they could have been overly smothering this child though, you know what I'm saying, or something like that is happening. But like, they want to make sure, God wants to make sure your child's still taken care of and everything else, right? So they didn't, that's why like that person was still surviving. They didn't want because you know, your child's already being is the one suffering here. You are too, obviously, quite clearly, it's your fucking child. But what do you call it? Like, you know, it was already detrimental to your child to have to leave your care, right? Not only that, now go into, and like, it didn't happen right away, but it was very quick. My ears ringing. It was shortly after. It wasn't much longer after they stole your child from you that this happened with this. It was this major health concern. So God didn't want your child to have to deal with that trauma from leaving you, like getting ripped out of your care. And then not only that, they were fucking lying to your child about you and talking shit about you. You don't talk shit. What is wrong with you people? You don't talk crap to a child about their fucking parents. How ridiculous are you? How childish are you? Do you not realize what you're doing to the kid? You're pathetic. Anybody that does that is pathetic. And there's something severely wrong with you. That makes me, like, that, you just don't talk crap about a child to their parent. Like, I mean, talk crap about a parent to a child. Like, you were just pathetic. That makes me sick to my stomach. My son's father used to beat the shit out of me. I'm talking, I had my baby in my hands, an infant, mind you. And he jawed me, he dropped me, literally, while holding my son as an infant. Dislocated my jaw, made me fall to the ground, and still I would never talk shit about my child, my child's father in front of him. Never. And you know why he did that too? Because my father, speaking of brain, not my dad's not the one with the brain, like he did have brain aneurysm, no, but that's where like it was linking to me to that. My father was an amazing man. My father never took my child from me, but I love my father. God rest his beautiful soul. But he had brain aneurysm too, right? And but he had a brain aneurysm. He had to have brain surgery, and what do you call it? My son was an infant, and I went to go to the hospital to go see my dad. My son's father, the lovely person that he was like, all right, you know, you want to come with me? So we go to the store. I had to stop and get diapers for my son, and on the way there, we ran into somebody and a mutual friend, and the person wanted to go smoke weed with him, so he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go back. I'm like, all right, cool, even better. So I go to take him, because I was already done with the dude. Like, I just didn't want anything to do with him, because of how he used to beat the shit out of me all the time. And, what do you call it? So I went to go take him back to the house, and he's trying to tell me that I couldn't leave. And I couldn't go to the hospital to see my dad, who was, you know, who's had brain aneurysm. Like, the likelihood of people surviving from that is not very good. Even though my father, like, you know, he was always a trooper. He always made it through. But he tried to tell me I wasn't allowed to leave, and I'm like, bro, you ain't telling me, like, my dad, like, might possibly pass away. I'm like, you're not telling me I'm not going to see my father. Like, you got me fucked up because you want to smoke weed. And he was like, wanted me to wait for him, and I'm like, absolutely not. Like, don't you understand? Like, my father's, you know, like, it's more important than you sitting here smoking weed. And I was like, look, I'm going to see my dad. You can stay here and smoke weed. I'm totally cool with that. Like, I'm going. And I went to go walk away, and I was getting ready because I could feel, I knew what was happening. I knew he was about to put his hands on me. So I went to go to my son's room because I was going to go put him into his crib before he would put his hands on me. And right away, he tells me, don't you walk away from me. And as I'm in the doorway of my son's room, and I turned around, and once I turned around, he fucking just clocked me. And mind you, he's 6'3". I'm 5'5", and like 100 pounds soaking wet with weights in my pocket. And I think I was like 18 years old. Yeah, like 18, 17 or 18 years old. 18. Yeah, because my son was an infant. And dropped me, dislocated my jaw. I couldn't even close my mouth. And thank God, my motherly instincts came in. And when he hit me, I turned on my back and landed on my back and like cuddled, like, you know, swaddled my son. And I'm trying to, like, you know, tell him, like, are you fucking kidding me? But I couldn't even close my jaw. So I got up, put him in the crib. My son's crying, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I was like, and of course he calls his mommy because he's such a mama's boy at 20 some years old. Still couldn't even call, like, has to go call his mommy every time we get into an argument, even though he's the one to put his hands on me. Like, but still, I would never talk crap about my son in front of like, my child. Same person that went and fuck. Ooh. Never mind. But, like, you don't do that. You know what I mean? I would still never talk crap about them, you know, to my child. You know what I mean? Even though I have every right in the world to do that. Every right in the world. But this is things you don't do. Especially because I grew up with my parents split up, like, and with a stepfather that, you know, always constantly kept me from my actual father, and, you know, would talk crap about my dad, even though my dad was an amazing father. And for 13 years, my dad was in prison. I didn't even know for selling meth. I had no idea about this, and he was just telling me that my dad didn't want anything to do with me. I had no idea that he was actually in prison. This dumb scumbag was just sitting here. Yo, this motherfucker, you wanna know what he did to me one time? My sister's father. I don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna do shit, bro. What do you call it? I was like probably like 9 or 10 years old. Because I was living in Oxford apartments at the time in A&T. Yeah, I was like 9 or 10 years old. He tells me, my dad was in prison too, I didn't even know. And I got all psyched, because whenever my dad would call, he would always grab the phone for me and, like, curse out my dad, tell my dad not to answer, and he'd yell at me, tell me, he's like, he's not your dad, I'm your dad now, talking all this crap. Now, my father was an amazing man. Like, my brother has a different father than me, so it's my, you know, this is my sister's dad, my brother has a different dad too. And, my dad still raised my brother as his kid, you know what I mean? And he picked me up and picked my brother up too, knowing it wasn't his kid, like, you know what I mean? My mom was already pregnant before, you know, when she got with my father, so he knew that it wasn't his. But, you know what I mean? My dad was an amazing man. And my sister's dad, you know, one day, because he just gets, like, a kick out of treating us like total shit, me and my brother, and, tells me, oh, Mitt, he was like, your dad called, and he's coming to pick you up. And I was like, what? And I got super excited. He's like, yeah, you're going to sleep at your dad's house. And he told me, like, we're going to Disneyland or some dumb shit, or Chuck E. Cheese. Because my dad usually did take me to Chuck E. Cheese when he picked us up. My mom used to have to sneak me to him because of my sister's dad. So then I'm like, oh, God, so super excited. Now, we lived in Oxford Apartments in Pendle at the time. And there's a little playground right there, right next to the pool. And he tells me, he's like, yeah, go ahead, go pack your stuff up. You're gonna go to what he said, Disneyland or Chuck E. Cheese or some shit. So I got all excited, and I was like I was like 9 or 10 years old. I packed up my bag. I go out onto the freaking playground, and I'm sitting on the swings, and it was daylight out, right? It was like probably the afternoon. Sat there until nighttime, and my Aunt Dee, well, she wasn't really my aunt, but we called her, you know, I called her my aunt. God rest her soul. It was my mom's, a good friend of my mom's. And she comes out and it's nighttime. It's like 11 o'clock at night. She's like, Mitt, what are you doing on the, what are you doing out here? And I was like, my dad's coming to pick me up. She was like, she knew my dad was in prison. I didn't know. And she's like, Mitt, he's not coming. I was like, no, if my dad said he's coming, he's picking me up. And he was like, she was like, no, Mitt, come on, you gotta, like, he's not coming. And she didn't want to tell me he was in prison. So I was like, no. She's like, who told you that? And I was like, you know, I said, who? I was like, you know, I'm not gonna say his name. It's like, my sister said. And she was like, oh, 1 second. And went and got my mom. My mom came out. She's like, Mitty, what are you doing out here? Like, and my sister's dad told her that I was sleeping at my friend's house. Like, how much of a sick fuck is this guy, right? Tells me tell my mom that I was sleeping at my friend's house. And my mom comes back, she's like, what are you doing out here? I thought you were sleeping at Victoria's house. And I was like, no. I was like, my dad's coming to get me. She's like, no, your dad's not coming to get you, man. Like, what are you talking about? And I was like, she's like, who told you this? And I, you know, said my sister's dad. And my mom said, my mom beat the shit out of him. Beat that little Filipino's ass like no. Beat him like a rag doll. Oh man, but I was crying my eyes out, dude. That shit's fucked up. Like, who does that? Doesn't even care that I'm out there at like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And if, like, you know, if Aunt D didn't see me there, she would have had no idea. Like, I would have been I literally would have been out there all night long, completely by myself. And that little sick fuck was so happy about it. Like, you're a piece of shit. And all your karma's coming right back to you, sir. 4 of Pentacles, okay? They're holding on to trying to hold you back, and they're holding on to something that belongs to you. It's this generous blessing. And they're fighting their ass off to keep this, alright? They're fighting hard to fucking, they want to cause you some sort of chaos to try to, yeah, see, they're trying to cause you some sort of chaos to hold you back, and so that they can, you know, they're fighting to try to keep whatever this is that they stole from you. It's not going to happen. 54 could be significant, 55 could be significant, or 45 or 54 is definitely significant. We have 4 or 5, and then the 4 here, so it'd be 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4. Six of Swords, you're moving, okay? You're moving out of rough waters into smooth sailing, okay? Keep quiet. Keep it quiet. They're upset that you're, someone's trying to have you bound because they don't want you to move forward. You're coming out of rough waters into smooth sailing. You could possibly be actually physically moving. Someone's trying to keep you bound to them, or, you know, they're upset and they're not happy at all about you being out of rough waters into smooth sailing, and you possibly, they're trying to make it a fight for you to move. To move forward in life in general, and also to actually physically move. Like, what? Somebody's trying to run because they know they're about to get locked the fuck up. It could be a Leo, it doesn't have to be. 9 of Wands, okay? They're trying to call it, they're side-eyeing you, looking at me. It's like side-eyeing the shit out of you. But, you know, you made it through. You know, you went through every physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, you know, ass whooping, and you made it through, though. So you deserve this, you know, forward movement, and because you took all these beatings, and you learned from them, and you grew from them, right? And, what do you call it? Now they're going through some sort of physical, mental, emotional, and or spiritual ass whooping because of what they have done to you. And they're like, you know, going through it too, just about your forward movement and you